Welcome to a Tin Dog podcast. This time I'm going to be discussing Unit Nemesis 4, Masters of Time, released July 2023. Available to the general public wherever you want to buy them elsewhere. Why would you do that? From September 2023. Okay, this is the end of the Nemesis arc. Who is the actual Nemesis? Is it the 11, as we suspected? Is it the Vulpreen, as we suspected? Well, the fact that Missy's on the box set possibly lends you more towards that. Or does it? It's sticking with the more traditional 4 parts, 1 box set kind of format, which means you get 4 cracking stories. You've got 4.1, which is One Way or Another by John Dorney. Traitors by Sarah Grochala, hope I said that one right. The Destiny Labyrinth by Alison Winter, and finishing the whole thing off, the original script editor of the series, True Nemesis by Andrew Smith. Now, as I've said, they are all cracking stories, so I've got no real issue with recommending this one straight off. So if you want to do that, just cut to the chase, stop listening, stop watching. It's fine. Just go and buy it. You've bought all the other Nemesises, your Nemesis. You're going to be buying it anyway because you want to know how it finishes. You don't need to hear me talk about it, do you? If you're still here, let's have a chat. One Way or Another by John Dorney. Kate leaves an attack on Vulpreen prison camp, unaware that unit friends are being held there. As paths converge, Kate, Osgood have very different perspectives on the attack and the specific dangers to overcome. This, narratively speaking, is very clever and very good. You've got the same narrative, the same actions happening simultaneously, and we cut between the few. It's cleverly done because you kind of get the effect and then the cause, then the effect, but it's not a time thing, although that does kind of kick in the story. You've got the various attacks. I've discussed this before. In narrative, what you get is you get the plan, and if you hear the plan as an audience, you know the plan's going to go wrong because when it's enacted, something has to deviate from what you're being done. It's basically show and tell. So if you tell, you can't show what you've been told because you need to show something else to keep the audience interested. Unlike real life, where somebody comes up with a plan and then you follow through with it, and then it either works or it doesn't work. And if it works, you're happy. But from an audience point of view, that's not the case. You know all this already, but anyway. It's an attack on the Tower of London, where of course Unit is. And that's leading into episode 2, which is Traitors Gate. So it's the Vulpreen prison camp. Not a particularly pleasant place to be, but it's nice that there's rescue involved. Oh, and of course you've got Harry and Naomi here. This one links immediately before the one with the meeting the 7th Doctor, and we still haven't come across them meeting the 4th Doctor yet. We're experiencing their stories way out of order. And the Harry and Naomi characters are just exquisitely done. And they don't deviate from their narrative or their characterizations here in any way. They're so well realised. Congratulations on creating 2. 1, brand new companion, and 2, very brilliantly realised reimagining of an old favourite. Traitors Gate, Sarah Grochala. Osgood is a prisoner in the Tower of London, which is now a Vulpreen base. To rescue her friend, Kate must devise a plan to raid her former headquarters. Inside the tower, the Vulpreen are determined to access the Black Archive and the hugely dangerous alien technology it contains. How long can Osgood keep them out? Incredibly clever, very well put together, and of course, like always, it's got some stuff going on where, as an audience, we already kind of know what's going on. We know that there's a memory wiping thing on the tunnel on the way in. But it's nice that this is a reversion of the attacks on, because they have to get back into their own headquarters. Beautifully constructed, very well done. Followed by The Destiny Labyrinth by Alison Winter. The unit team find themselves travelling through various epochs in Earth's history. The only guide they have is working for the enemy, and the Vulpreen are hot on their heels. Help comes from a new friend, a young healer who already has a curious relationship with time. Oh my god, you've no idea how much I want to give this as a spoiler. I'm not going to, because that's not me, and I've been doing this for getting on 16 years now. And I try to avoid spoilers. This is one of the most tempting spoilers I've ever experienced from Big Finish. I want to share because I want to have a chat with you about the use of this character here. Celebrity historical? I think so. We have to reuse this celebrity historical. Seriously. If anybody at Big Finish ever watches these, please do this. It would be gorgeous. Once we get back to basics, we end up with now. The problem is Missy's on the front of the box. So you're kind of sitting there going, no, it's like Poochie in The Simpsons. Where's Poochie? Is Poochie here? Don't know. Where's Missy? Because she's on the box and we've been expecting her and she doesn't turn up till episode 4, which is fine. And she dominates it all, and that's the problem. She absolutely dominates her relationship with Osgood. Let's not go there. Although that is gone into to a certain extent. Under Missy's guiding hand, the Vulpreen are ready to strike out and establish themselves as the new masters of time. Unit's confrontation with Missy is in the depths of Portugal's Douro Valley. Will decide the fate not just of Earth, but of the whole universe. It's a lovely ending. It's a genuinely lovely ending to a great series. I don't know where we're going next. I hope we get more of the Seabird 1990s unit. But I just adore this team. There's been so many characters created by Big Finish that I've convinced myself have been on TV because they're so well performed, so well drawn and so well presented to us in narrative form. The whole Nemesis set's been an absolute triumph. So yes, buy it. It's not much of a promotion. It's not much of a review in the sense of me just going, it's great, you should get it. But it is great. You should get it. Consider it. I mean, all right, people get more clicks on YouTube and on podcasts. People download them more if you're ranting against the machine and saying, this is terrible, it's the worst thing that's ever happened. But no, I loved it. It's not going to get me extra clicks. What it is going to get is you listening to a very decent audio. So until next time, be seeing you.
From Big Finish Productions, The Worlds of Doctor Who, Unit Nemesis, Masters of Time.
No!
I said something might turn up. Well, it just did. Oh, no, you don't.
Take cover!
The situation isn't under control. If you're working with Missy, you can't trust her.
She's a means to an end.
Yes, many alien leaders have said that before.
No! Keep that thing away from me! No! No!
Well, no need to be so rough.
Looks like you've got a new cellmate.
Look out, another one!
Kate, we're a few thousand years back in Earth's history.
Incroyable. To disappear. Could I come?
No. Michelle, sometimes we do know things, and I know you're needed here.
You're about to meet a truly evil mastermind.
Mistress Mind, surely.
What prisoners?
Kate Stewart and one of our people, Carter.
You had Kate Stewart as a prisoner and didn't tell me.
Stay where you are.
Kate, run!
No!
We need to take cover. We'll lose her. Down!
Big Finish, for the love of stories.
Missing you already. Bye!
Don't you dare cut me up!
That was the Tin Dog Podcast. Everything discussed is the intellectual property of others. No infringement is intended. For early access to reviews, follow the show on YouTube or Twitter @Tin Dog Podcast. To contact the show, email tin-dog@hotmail.co.uk. The Tin Dog Podcast is a founder member of the Doctor Who Podcast Alliance.